Hey everyone, so I have been cosplaying for over 10 years now, and in that time frame I've come across some cosplay issues that just never really seemed to have a resolution. One of these being the argument of buying your cosplay versus sewing your cosplay. Now, there are tons of videos and posts out there on the internet already discussing this topic, so I'm not gonna sit here and argue my point of view with you. Instead, I decided to make a video showing you 5 different reasons that someone may opt to buy a cosplay instead of making it themselves. Reason number 1, lack of proper equipment. So not everybody has the right equipment for the hobby, but this doesn't mean that they shouldn't be able to enjoy it. There are tons of cosplayers out there who offer commissions and even plenty of prop makers that make a living off of creating props for people who cannot make them themselves. Because let's face it, not everybody has a garage full of bandsaws and power tools to do woodwork, or a sewing machine that can work with more intricate or picky fabrics. Reason number 2, lack of time. Now, we have all experienced this at one point or another. Plans can change, conventions can sneak up on you, or real life just gets too hectic to have the time to sit and sew a full costume. In this instance, it is just way easier and less stressful to purchase the costume you need and do any minor tailoring or fixing you may have to when it arrives. Reason number 3, a tight budget. Everyone who cosplays knows that this is not a cheap hobby, but even if you're on a tight budget, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be allowed to do it. For example, a lot of younger cosplayers have to cater their involvement in the hobby around an allowance, and some of them probably don't even get that. So in this case, if you had the choice of spending $50 on an already made costume or $100 on materials for a costume you would then have to make yourself, it's pretty obvious which option is better suited for you. So reason number 4, lack of materials. So this may seem a little strange, but believe it or not everybody lives next to a fabric store. And even if you do, there's no guarantee that what you need specifically is going to be there. Now, of course, you can always order your fabric online, so if you have the time to order a swatch and then wait for that to come in, make sure it's gonna work for what you need, then order your actual fabric and wait for that to come in, then by all means, go for it. But for people who don't have that kind of time or patience, buying the costume cuts out all the legwork. And like I said before, once it arrives, all you'll have to do is fix or replace any lackluster pieces and possibly do some extra tailoring. And reason number 5, repetitive or numerous pieces. As you are all aware, there are tons of animes out there where the characters are wearing some type of uniform. Now, if you feel like making that pleated skirt, blazer, and bow tie for the 50th time, then by all means go for it. Personally, I'd rather just spend 20 or 30 bucks and save myself the trouble. Another thing to keep in mind when it comes to repetition is group cosplays. Unless you plan on having one person make every character's outfit, there is a very slim chance that your group is going to match. Differences in sewing styles, skill levels, and materials chosen are going to be very obvious when your group comes together, but if you buy these uniforms, you are guaranteed an identical set. At the end of the day, whether you're cool with buying or not is completely up to you. Just don't be one of those people who goes out of their way to hate on someone who does buy their cosplay. Personally, I am a strong believer in challenging yourself and choosing costumes that always teach you something new. But even I have my moments after all of these years where a certain costume or prop just makes more sense to buy. So as long as someone's not trying to pass off a bought costume as handmade or enter a contest with it, there really isn't any harm in buying your cosplay. It does not make you less of a cosplayer. So let me know what you guys think about buying cosplay down in the comments below and reasons why you maybe have bought cosplay yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.